Yo. You go, everyone. It's happened again. It's happened again. 3 summers in a row. 3 summers in a row. We don't get the target that we go for. Big up everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm not going to say if you're doing well because I know how everyone's feeling. Oh, dearie me almighty. Oh. Right. Hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get on with this show. Big up to all the almighty in the chat. 3 summers in a row. Before we start, obviously I had good news today. I don't know if anyone's seen my community page. If you've not seen my community page yet, go over and check out my community page. But your boy has joined the TIFO group. So I'm part of TIFO now, doing all watch-alongs. All them watch-alongs will be on TIFO, apart from Liverpool games. All Liverpool games will stay on this channel. I will be doing all Arsenal, Manchester United, Man City, Tottenham, Chelsea, all them games, Real Madrid games, Barcelona games, Champions League football. All them games will be watch-alongs on TIFO. All Liverpool stuff will stay on this channel. So that's the good news. I've had good news today. I'm part of another channel bringing you more content. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Everything is on the community page. So if you've not checked out my community page yet, guys, go and check out the community page. My post up on my channel. The post is on my channel. Go and check it out. It's got the link to the website, and the referral code is my name, Jamie. You just put the referral code Jamie in, and you just put an email and a password, and bang, you're in. What I do, I'll be doing a video tomorrow about all of it mostly, and yeah, but go and check out my YouTube post and my Twitter as well. Yeah, cheers. I appreciate it. So that was my good news today, and then yeah. Who's this guy with double chin? Yeah, clean shaven, man. Clean shaven Jamie. Clean shaven Jamie in the house. I am. Where do we start? Where do we start, guys? I did a video earlier today. Said Zubimendi was being imprisoned by Real Sociedad. It looks like I got that correct. Liverpool been played. Simple as that. There's nothing else you can say. Liverpool Football Club got absolutely played. It's as simple as that. We put all our eggs in one basket. We emptied the basket, and the person gave the basket back and said, "Nah, I'm all right, thanks. I'll see you next time." That's what's happened. We got sold down the river, and yeah, it's look, what I know, everyone's on this FSG trail, yeah, on this FSG hate, and I get it. I understand. I'm not going to sit here and pretend you guys are wrong or anything like that. I'm not going to say, if you guys want to feel like that, feel like that. At the end of the day, it's actually got nothing to do with him. It's got to do with Zubimendi. Zubimendi said no. Zubimendi, if rumours are true, and this is all we can say, Zubimendi told Liverpool last week that the answer is yes, and he wants to come to Liverpool. Liverpool then have asked Zubimendi to pay the release clause for Real Sociedad because that's the way it's worked in Spain. As soon as that's happened, he's had a change of heart. So I'm not really going to blame anyone. What I'm going to blame is the later news after that. But this Zubimendi deal, look, the club thought he was the best player available for the position they want. They went for that player. They got a yes. As soon as they decided to do the deal, as soon as they started to do the deal and told him, like, right, we're going to buy you. We're going to do the release clause. The player has to pay the release clause. They go to the place in Madrid. They go to Madrid and they pay the release clause. That's how it's worked over in Spain. It's totally different to this country, guys. Totally different way of working. And when Liverpool suggested that, he's had a change of heart and decided to stay at the football club. Now, I'm not going to buy him. I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to blame him at all for it, because I've said this time and time again. Steven Gerrard did the same thing. He almost went to Chelsea and then he turned it down, and he never left the football club till later on in his career when he went and had a year in America before retiring. That was it. It's exactly the same thing. These boyhood players at boyhood clubs are almost impossible to buy. And Liverpool thought they had their man. They thought they did it. They thought they did the job. Apparently, Richard Hughes got a yes. Richard Hughes got a yes. We're hearing from Paul Joyce and David Orenstein and Fabrizio Romano and Lewis Steele, David Lynch. They're all coming out and basically saying, look, he got a yes. Zubimendi said yes to them. The Spanish press as well, in case everyone thinks this is FSG spin, which is just stupid. The Spanish press in Sociedad as well have said, in San Sebastian have said that Zubimendi said yes as well. It's when it became, he changed his mind when it became clear that he had to pay the release clause. When he decided he had to pay the release clause, then it went to shit. Then it went to crap, and he said, no, I'm going to stay at my football club. It's too much for me. I can't do it. Fine. I'm perfectly fine with it. It's not the end of its world. It's not the end of the world, It's not the end of the world. What is the end of the world? And I will say this right now. What is the end of the world is Liverpool not having an alternative. That's what I'm going to say right now. And I think that's what most of you guys are more peed off with, if I can guess rightly. I think that's what most of you 171 people in the house right now are more peed off with. That we haven't got an alternative lined up. That is the issue. I think that's the issue for most of you guys. And yeah, that's what I just said, my friend. That's what I just said. We transferred the funds. We told Zubimendi he has to go to the house, the offices in Madrid, to pay the release clause, because the release clause has to be paid to the league. That's what I just said. They have to pay the league, not the club. And when that became a reality, that's when he decided he didn't want to come. That's what I just said, man. That's what I just said. The alternative, though, is an issue. I think that's what we can all agree on. That's the alternative thing right now. I know a lot of people in the chat. I know a lot of everyone online right now. I think the thing that's bugging most people is that we don't have an alternative. And if that's the case, I'm with you all. I'm with you all right now. No, look, it's very obvious to me that Slot wants a DM. It's very obvious. He's played everyone there. He spoke about it. The way we play, he demands that kind of player. Go and get that kind of player. I agree with everyone. That's my sticking point here. It's not that Zubimendi said no. I understand why he said no. Richard Hughes has put all his eggs in one basket. If you want to talk about Richard Hughes on the fact that there's no alternative, I'm here to listen to it, guys. I'm here to listen to that discussion. But what I want to do is have a proper discussion. I don't want all this, bullshit crap. Let's just have real discussions, yeah? Let's just have real discussions, real talk, mature talk around here. I get sick and tired of going over the same bullshit constantly. Yeah? Zubimendi, we offered Zubimendi said yes to Liverpool. The facts are there. Everyone has said it. Zubimendi said yes to Liverpool. Liverpool then told Zubimendi that you're going to have to go to the offices in Madrid, to the league, and pay your release clause. And then he decided to say no. If any more thing comes out on it, I'll gladly talk with you guys about it. No doubt about it. But that's as far as I know right now. As far as I know right now. My problem is that we haven't got an alternative, and that's the issue. And if you want to say Hughes has failed because he hasn't got an alternative, I agree. We can have that discussion. We can have that discussion, no doubt about it. I can have that discussion. We can talk right now about it, guys. If that's the reason, then Hughes is in trouble. I ain't gonna lie. I can't put this one on Hughes at this moment in time. I can't put this transfer on Hughes at this moment in time. But the fact of the matter, if he doesn't get an alternative DM in, then we're gonna have to have a chat. We're gonna have to have a talk. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. But right now, right here, Richard Hughes was lied to, and Zubimendi decided to turn his back on it. And I'm not going to blame Zubimendi. I can't. I've said it all along. Go for a Gerrard, go for a Paul Scholes, go for these sort of players. Very hard to get them out of clubs. They don't want to go. Don't want to go. Let's get K-Mac in here. You got K-Mac. You all right, man?
Yeah. I can't believe the trick worked. Like they've literally done the same thing over and over again with this guy. Like, I'm sorry, but you really do have to have a look at the club and just think you're quite scummy to stop your players from winning trophies at other clubs because you want to keep them. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. I get it. He's their star player, but he's not going to win jack shit at that club. They finished 8th in the league. They just scraped into the Europa Conference. He's not going to achieve anything at that club. He won the Euros because he was with Spain. He really needs to go to a big club. For you to play on his heartstrings and to then say to him, the only way you're going is if you put in a request and all the fans will know that you've turned your back on the club. It's really scummy. I'm sorry. We shouldn't be angry with our club. We shouldn't be angry with Hughes or anyone, really.
The problem is that's how it's done in Spain, though. That's how it's done in Spain. That's the only issue. That's literally how it's done in Spain. You pay the agent the release clause. The agent and the player, they go down to the offices in Madrid and then pay the money to the league, and then they tell the club that the release clause has been met, even though it could be over in installments, it could be over whatever. But that's just the way it works in Spain. Look how hard it was for PSG to get Neymar. It was extremely difficult, and the problem is
it didn't have to come to that, though. It didn't have to come to that.
He got lied to, and it's like that's the issue. Look, Zubimendi said yes. Everything's been reported that Zubimendi
and his agent,
yes.
by the way, 2 weeks ago said yes, unequivocally.
Yeah, it's all been,
a yes.
It's all been said, yeah, and then obviously when it came for payment, by the look of it, what we've been told right now is that's what it's come down to. That was the realization that shit, I'm going, and he's changed his mind. Look,
I have no words.
Can I read you the quote that I've just seen in the Spanish media? And it's interesting, by the way. Okay. So Liverpool were in talks with Sociedad over the structure of the deal, and we're hopeful of getting their man. So we weren't going to do the release clause. We were going to do a payment. But the La Liga outfit were always keen on keeping their academy graduate, okay, as they have done when Arsenal and Bayern Munich came calling in the past. So they've scummed him twice, by the way. In a bombshell update on Monday night, revealed that Zubimendi has rejected Liverpool via formal communication directly with Hughes. Sociedad's efforts to keep the 25-year-old have been crucial, and he is even ready to sit down and discuss a new contract. Such a deal would be likely to see Zubimendi's release clause get increased and tie him down beyond 2027. Okay, now this is it. They told the Spain star that he must activate his own exit clause if he is to head to Merseyside.
That's what they do in Spain.
Sociedad knew that this would be extremely hard for the player to do himself, considering his love for his boyhood club. The staggering strategy has worked again, and Zubimendi is yet again to stay. He's never leaving the club. They're just going to scum him over and over again.
But the thing is that paying your own release clause, the player has to do it. That is literally like what they do in Spain. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's literally the way it's done in Spain. That's why it's so hard to buy players from Spain. It's difficult, man. It's really difficult to buy top end players from Spain. But what are you saying, Luke?
I have no words. I have no words. I just want to laugh. I just want to laugh because it's hilarious.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. I don't know not to laugh.
Do you know what's so hilarious? And this is where I sit. How this is so hilarious. Was Zubimendi going to win us the league? Like, one player was going to change all of us. Like literally, we signed Zubimendi and that's it. Wow, we go and do amazing things. The guy played like 2 games, didn't he? 3 games as substitute in the Euros. Like, seriously, he was at a club that finished 8th. Like, is that moving the needle to the extent that's going to win us the league? I just want to ask people that, because now we haven't got him. Now it's slot out. Now it's FSG out. Like, our fan base is absolutely bonkers. Like, we've got PTSD like we will not believe.
It is a year anniversary since the Caicedo.
It's crazy. Like, the Caicedo thing, like, we didn't even speak to the player. Like, so I get why that happened. But this guy said yes, and his agent, and they said no. It is what it is. Like, we just move on. Like, and the thing about it is, Gravenberch never played last season, really. He's like a new player. So we don't know what we've got here. Like, we really don't know what we've got. Like, and I'll hold my hands up. Like, what I've seen of him, I'm thinking he could be something special next year. So for me, like, we finished 3rd. We played crap. We had loads of injuries. Who knows? We could win the whole lot and not have any injuries and play really good football that we've already seen. Like, I'm optimistic. Like, let's just be optimistic about things. Like, we didn't get 1 player, so what?
I am usually the internal optimist, but even like, listen to what Ian Doyle tweeted out. Impossible not to wonder what might have happened with Zubimendi had the lure of Klopp been with Liverpool still. It's not a slight at Slot, who hasn't had a chance yet to earn his reputation at the club. Instead, it's a merely warning of changing times, brackets, for now. So, yeah, no pressure. No pressure.
Yeah,
that's like this close to the club.
What I love the fact, like, look, our fan base is broken, and I'm seeing fans even in the chat and fans online right now saying, like, you know, the Liverpool have no pull without Jurgen Klopp. The guys, Jurgen Klopp couldn't get Zubimendi. Couldn't get Jude Bellingham. They chose Real Madrid. I mean, teams get rejected. I don't want to go down this hole of burying our football club. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. I am not going to bury my football club. I just don't get that.
As everyone watched how we play, we look really good now.
Just makes no sense to me. I'm not burying my own football club. I don't get it.
I think
I don't get
the
it.
thing
I'm
that
upset.
frustrated me the most was like
Yeah.
not like he rejected us, which yes, it's embarrassing. The thing is, may not go after an alternative.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm pissed off with. I'm not pissed off with Zubimendi not coming. I'm not upset with Zubimendi not coming because I understand
like
it.
listing the number sixes. No mention of Endo, no mention of Bajcetic, no mention of Tyler Morton. So they look like that they're all going to be leaving in some capacity permanently or out on loan. Or for Endo's case, if he doesn't leave, then he's going to be stuck in Klopp's basement because he's never going to leave because he's not going to play. So
I'm sorry, mate. I'm actually going to switch the comments off because it's getting a bit crazy. I'm not looking at that. Like we've literally missed out on one player. It's the only player we've gone for. Like that's it.
well,
Like, and he said no. Like we were paying his release clause. Like, can we all stop talking about we've got no money? Like, we're not going to spend money. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm just annoyed, like as LFC fans, but I'm annoyed that Zubimendi's wasted our time. And
He's totally wasted our time.
Enough pressure saying, "Hey, you need to make a decision, or else we'll fuck off and we'll look for someone else." Because we've given him plenty of rope.
We've given him 2 weeks, mate. By the looks of it.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Like if you don't want to play, just come out and reject us quickly, so we can go. Yeah, Liverpool got rejected. Let's move on to the next target.
Can we also think about that as well? By the way, he said yes 2 weeks ago. When did we find out about that deal? A week ago?
Yeah, a week ago.
A week ago.
They're talking behind the scenes, weren't they?
Yeah. So he said yes 2 weeks ago. So that was quiet for a whole week without anybody knowing until we released it. Like, I get the fact that they've said they're not looking at a number 6, but isn't that really clever? Because we don't want egg on our face again. So now we're not looking for a 6. So all the media have shut their gobs now. They've probably been told, you are not telling anyone we're looking for a 6 now.
To be
because
fair,
all of that rubbish that came out about charm offensive and Real Sociedad doing this and all of that, media put a lot on that. So just saying, no number 6, and then what? We signed Varela.
No, the only other signing we've been linked with is the keeper that we're going to sign and send him back out on loan.
Yeah, I know. But that's good business, by the way.
That is good business, but it's in terms of like the first team squad, the only other player that we've been linked with is a keeper that we're not going to see for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We have been mentioned with a lot of players, but we've just not like physically done anything with any of them.
Had made more big money signings than Liverpool, and Wrexham have got no money, and they're signing players on freebies.
We don't actually need anyone, though, mate. Like me and Jamie did a show on this before. Like, we really don't actually need anyone. Like, he was going to be kind of a luxury player that
I need to just say these
maybe
comments,
fitted, maybe didn't. We don't know. Like,
these comments drive me mad, and it's not the people's problem that are writing the comments.
Nothing to do with FSG.
I'm not caring. It's got nothing to do with FSG. It's Richard Hughes. He's the sporting director.
He's the one that's.
So if you want to blame anyone, go and blame Richard Hughes. Which then I'll be happy.
I'll tell you what. Richard Hughes probably feels shit. By
Richard Hughes, Richard Hughes is shit now, because I'm telling you right now, Richard Hughes needs to pull out a rabbit from the hat with 2 weeks to go.
He does,
because if he's the sporting director, he needs to do something. So if people want to come for Richard Hughes, go for it. I can't really complain, but the whole FSG thing, it's got nothing to do with them.
This agent,
Richard Hughes, go for Richard Hughes. He's the sporting director. John W. Henry weren't sitting there.
We've been dealing with is an agent that he's had very good relationships with from Bournemouth to get the manager, and he's played us once with Xavi Alonso because that's Xavi Alonso's agent.
Yeah,
and now he's played us again. So how about next time stop dealing with him, because it looks like he's got you around the bollocks.
I think it's the player, mate. I think it's the player, not the agent. I think it's the club manager or the club owner, and the way the club have done that, they've spun it again. Like, the only way you're going. Can you imagine if we did this at Trent? Just imagine if we did this at Trent. By the way, yeah. So Trent's got a release clause. Yeah, hypothetically, he's got a release clause. yeah, and Real Madrid want to activate it, yeah. And then we turned around and said to Trent, by the way, the only way you're going, mate, is if you actually activate the release clause yourself and turn your back on the club and tell all the fans that you're leaving.
I've got to stop this. I've had enough. I've had enough of people that don't do their homework. Got people like Andrew Lane in the chat, right? I can't be doing this anymore, right? FSG don't do transfers. Can I just get this through to everyone's skull, right? I don't care if they work for FSG. They don't do transfers. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, and the team do transfers. The money was there to buy him. He said no. What are we doing here? FSG got nothing to do with it. If you want to blame FSG for anything else, go for it. I'm hearing it. They are not involved in transfers. We have a committee. The committee deal with transfers. If you want to go at Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, do it now. I don't care. Go in the chat and spam them out. I don't care. They're the people your anger should be going at, not the owners, because they're not involved. I don't know if people know how our football clubs run. I swear there's some Liverpool fans who woke up today and they got a clue how our football club is run. It drives me effing mad. It just pees me off. It really pees me off. I'm not a massive FSG fan, right? But they've got nothing to do with the transfer. The money was there. They wanted to buy him. He said no. Richard Hughes is not looking for another number 6. Why is that? That's on Richard Hughes. Talk to him.
Yeah, not enough time.
W. Henry and Tom Werner. They ain't got a fucking clue what's going on.
Not enough time to source a replacement. Are you telling me that you spent all summer and you've only got one DM target? No backup plans.
They got backup.
No nothing. No second choice in case this goes tits up.
Of course they have. They're just not putting their cards on.
No, Edward, they don't. They report. Oh my God! It's like people don't know how our club's wrong. Right, I'm going to tell everyone again. I'll do it in a nursery rhyme. I'll do it in a nursery rhyme so everyone understands. Richard, FSG own Liverpool like a franchise, right? They own Liverpool like a franchise, like a McDonald's, yeah? And what happens is, so is it Roy Crook, whatever his name is? He owns McDonald's, yeah? Right? He owns the whole franchise, but he doesn't own every fucking restaurant. Like, he doesn't run every restaurant. He doesn't run the restaurant in Catford. He doesn't run the restaurant in Deptford. He doesn't own he doesn't run the restaurant in Croydon, but he puts people in charge to run them restaurants. Yeah, that's Liverpool. Billy Hogan is the main guy in charge of Liverpool. Then it's Michael Edwards, and then it's Richard Hughes. They're the 3 people. Blame them. It's got nothing to do with transfers on them. It's just, oh my God.
Can I also just put something on this as well?
I just give up.
Can't we give someone like a chance to maybe redeem themselves? And like, it's literally just been announced that he said no tonight. Can't we give him like another week to sign someone else before we ask for his head on a stick?
Like, until the end of the window.
Like, seriously, he's got 3 weeks. Teams can sign players in a day on the transfer window. Like, you know, the last day of the last day of the transfer window. How many players get signed within a day? Like, literally. Like, if we really need a DM and Slot really wants one, then we'll get a DM. Please have faith. Like, he didn't get this guy because he said no. It's not because we got outbidded. It's not because we didn't spend the money. It's because the guy said no. Okay? That's not Richard Hughes' fault. The guy said no. Okay? He said no to Arsenal. He said no to Barcelona. And he said no to Bayern Munich in the last 2 years. Okay? We're just another club that he said no to. And he's been held to ransom by his own club, by the looks of it.
Which begs the question, right?
Hang on. I just need to get this sorted. Mike, tell me why I'm wrong. FSG, right, they're the owners of the football club, yeah? They're the owners of the football club. So what they will do, might have a meeting with the rest of the club every season, every summer, and they will tell the transfer committee, right, this is what you've got, transfer committee. You've got £60 million budget, and the rest is in sales. And whatever you do in sales, you've got then to spend in your budget. Then they go away because they've had their meeting. And then the transfer committee will have their meetings as the season goes on and goes, right, we've got a £60 million budget. And if we sell players, that goes to our budget. And then we can buy whoever we want in that budget. Yeah. They also are then, the team sets up their own scouting. So Richard Hughes will set up scouting everywhere. Tell departments, right, scout. We'll go look at this, scouting networks. We'll then come back to Richard Hughes and tell Richard Hughes, who's the sporting director, oh, this is who we found. This is who we found. And if it's within the budget, if it's within the budget and the players they've sold or the players they can move along to make more money, they will make the transfers. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. It's not like an owner who just has all say over the football club, like a Roman Abramovich. Roman Abramovich had all say over Chelsea, and he would just buy. It's not run like that way for Liverpool, guys. So that's what that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But if we're saying we don't have alternatives, if we're saying, I don't get how I'm wrong. Can everyone explain how I'm wrong? Because what I'm saying is actually the way we're run. People might not like it, but that is actually the way we're run, guys. People might not like it, but that's the way we're run. Yeah? So I'm not wrong there. That's the way we're run as a football club. People might not like it. People might like the owners to be the ones going, all right, you want 500 million, it's 500 million. And then the sporting directors and all that go and do their jobs, yeah? Right? But what if the sporting directors still don't spend the money on the players with a bigger transfer budget? It's the sporting director's fault. It's the transfer committee's fault. It's the way our club is run.
The thing that I don't get with the whole
blame the sporting director.
The thing that I don't get, right, that we're going for a player which has rejected multiple clubs because he does not want to leave the Basque region. What did Richard Hughes think that he could do differently to make him say yes? And put all of his eggs on one basket.
Nobody did say yes. Like, he did say yes. Like we've had meetings with him and his agents, and they said yes. Like,
right. Fair dues, Mike.
Like,
much love. Look, the problem is
the only thing Hughes didn't do is literally like bound and gag the guy, and stick him in a suitcase.
Richard Hughes is Richard. If Richard, look, here's my thing on the whole thing. Yeah, right. Let's do this. Right. Let's do this. Right. Richard Hughes decided to ring Real Sociedad or get involved at Real Sociedad because he wanted Zubimendi. If Richard Hughes pinpointed Zubimendi as Arne Slot's first signing, and he decided, you know what, I'm going to get Zubimendi in. We're going to be the club that actually pulls the rabbit out of the hat. We're going to buy Zubimendi as Arne Slot's first signing at the football club. Yeah. Firstly, if it happened, it was a great bit of business, and it would be great morale for everyone at the football club. Right. But the fact of the matter is, here's the two options. Where did it go wrong? Let's talk about where it went wrong. Now, we know release clauses in Spain. Every player in Spain has a release clause. Don't matter if you're a youth player or where you are in your career, you all have release clauses. It's helped. It's for the league to help them protect players against going to Real Madrid and Barcelona all the time. So, release clauses, as been said today, is never always paid up front. It's rarely paid up front. The way they do is structure the deal. So, say 2 weeks ago, he was talking to Zubimendi, and Zubimendi went, you know what, I do want to come to you. I like the proposal you gave me. I spoke to Arne Slot. I like the way he wants to play. You know, I've got players at that club. It looks like a good fit for me. It's the right time in my career. And that was fine, right? But if Richard Hughes then messed around with how he was going to spend the money to buy him, right? And that's the reason why it's taken so long. And in that time, it's given Zubimendi too much time to think about it again and reject Liverpool. Then, yeah, you can have a discussion with Richard Hughes. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. So that's if you want to talk like that and have that chat, I'm with you on that chat. Because if it is true, we have got to think about this a bit, guys. If Zubimendi did say yes 2 weeks ago, why has it taken so long to get the deal over the line? Were we trying to structure a deal with the football club? Did we not want to pay the money up front? Because I've said this time and time again. Last summer, we paid 2 release clauses up front. That took a lot of chunk out of the money that we got. So maybe that Richard Hughes are thinking, I can't really afford. I've got it. We can go and do it and pay the release clause up front. But I'd rather spread it across the contract because it gives me more money to keep buying another player this summer to bring to the football club in another position. So if that's the case, and that's the problem, and that's why it's happened, then yeah, you guys can talk about it. You guys can talk about it, and that's if we were too slow at it, then that's down to Richard Hughes. It ain't down to, and I'm not. Look, everyone keeps thinking I'm FSG this, FSG that. I blame FSG where blame's concerned. I just can't see how they're to blame for this. It's more, if it's anything, it's either Zubimendi or it's Richard Hughes. They're the two people, no one else.
You want to go on that, Luke? You look like you're pondering.
I don't know what else to say. Like I saw watchers get Rabiot on a free. Fuck me.
Can I touch on that, Jamie? So first of all, I'm going to play devil's advocate. All right. So first of all, what it looks like from all of the reports, by the way, is 2 weeks ago. It may well be longer than 2 weeks, by the way. We could have been talking to them before 2 weeks, but 2 weeks so far, from what we've heard, is we got a yes. So that means we probably might have spoken to the agent a week before that or 2 weeks before that. Who knows? But we got a yes unequivocally from the agents and Zubimendi that yes, they like the proposal. They want to move to Liverpool. He wants to emulate Alonso's trip from Real Sociedad. And that's how we sold it, by the way. We sold it like that. Okay. He wants to come to Liverpool. Fine. We then went to Real Sociedad, and then we were talking with Real Sociedad to look at a payment structure to get him out of the club because they already knew that he wanted to leave. Okay. So that's there. We offered him 150,000. We know that, which is 3 times what he's on now. Miles over what they're giving him as a new contract. So that's pretty much all tied up. So all we're looking at is payment structure with Sociedad. Okay. That's fine. That's a good chunk done. We then obviously went to the media and said, look, we're comfortable now to announce that we're on the verge of signing this player. And we probably were. We were probably days away from sorting out a deal. We probably had a payment structure, maybe had all of that sorted out. The club have then gone, crap, we've just sold a player because they just sold a guy and Marino's going.
Another one.
Yeah. So they're looking like their midfield's getting decimated. And then they turned around and said, no, we're not going to do a payment structure. So then Hughes has gone, oh crap, what am I going to do? Right, okay. I'm going to offer the player a massive contract and try and get him to do the release clause. Then the club have then done the emotional thing, which is what we did with Gerrard, by the way. We've done it as well, by the way. A lot of clubs are guilty of doing it. A lot of clubs are guilty of doing it. And they've just gone to the player, look, you will have to leave on a free. Like, you will have to walk out the club. And everyone knows that we haven't agreed for you to go because we haven't. And the players turn around and gone, well, I don't want that to happen, you know. And they've done the same trick with Arsenal, with Barcelona and Bayern Munich. And we know that because Fabrizio Romano wrote about it. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, what could have Richard Hughes done? Like he was waiting to confirm it with Real Sociedad, and they said no, and then said no, you got to pay the release clause, and then they've gone to the player. Well, you know how the release clause works. You have to leave the club. So, yeah, it's basically them just screwing us. Like,
I hear that.
Else?
We fucked around and we found out.
I hear that, but my problem is because I was researching this today, actually, this afternoon, about Spanish transfers, and the club that you go buy them from has no say how you structure the deal. I didn't know this till I read it today. So in Spanish clubs, what will happen? It's all PR spin. So everyone who buys a player from Spain, the team will say, whoever, like whatever team it is in Spain, will say that team hit the release clause. But they won't say in what way. So yeah, I didn't know this till today because I didn't know Spanish transfers were this difficult. But yeah, they don't tell you basically because you don't operate with a club, you operate with a league, don't you? In Spain, so if there's a release, every player's got a release clause. You talk to the player, and then you operate with the league, and then the league informs the club that you'll go do a release clause. But you can do it in any way you want. It's just the way. They can't reject you paying it over whatever term as long as you meet the release clause. It doesn't matter how you do it.
But is that the release
so
clause?
Difficult to do.
That's the release clause with tax, because it worked out about 90 million euros, by the way.
Yeah, because of the tax system as
with
well.
Tax.
And don't forget, Moreno, if he's going to Arsenal, he's got a release clause. But Arsenal will go buy him far cheaper than release clause because he's got a year left.
Yeah.
But they will say he met the release clause. It's just the way it's worked.
Yeah.
They would not sell him. They would not sell him to us in the end. So it was, we had to pay the release clause, but he had to leave the club, and he didn't want to do that. And they
didn't want to leave the club.
Taking
They've done it 4 times.
She's just taking Mikel Moreno to stop Arsenal getting them. Should have just been that petty.
Should have just signed him.
Yeah. Should have just taken Mikel Moreno. Just gone fuck it. It will be petty. But I don't know.
You never know. We might be talking to him now, mate.
Next, like signings wise, I don't know who. Like, are we definitely going to get the keeper from Valencia? Are we going to look for a defender? Are now all the eggs in the Anthony Gordon basket?
No, you need to get number 6. You can't go from not getting a number 6.
So just a couple
if it's not Zubimendi, then who? I saw someone put Sofran Amrabat.
Oh, that's Saeed. He was the main night.
Not Saeed thing. I saw someone put Sofran Amrabat on X. I was like, no, please don't.
No.
Guys, we also have to understand that Slot wanted to look at his team, and he's got every right to look at his team before he starts binning players. Like he wasn't going to turn up and we were just going to sign 10 players. Like it just wasn't going to happen. Like we came third and could have won everything if we hadn't played so shit for 2 weeks. And that's just a fact. So we're in a situation where we've got a really good team. Like most managers don't leave the club with a good team. And we have. He's inherited a much better team than he had at Feyenoord. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he went on and done wonders with us. Like we played really, really well. Like Gravenberch looks like a new player. Like Harvey Elliott, Jesus Christ,
how good he looks. That is so correct. Slot said that he expected us to sign players.
And he will get players, mate, because he wants them now. Like he wants players now, so we get them.
Hey, if I'm Virgil, Salah, Trent, I'm watching this carefully. I'm watching this carefully because when it comes around to contract negotiations and, transfers still don't go well, then I'll be looking at you thinking, do I really want to stick around?
Even Virgil said we need signings. So it's now up to the list. Like who we got second?
Edwards, Hughes, Ward, you have 19 days. You have 19 days
Julian
left.
Ward will be involved in stuff, by the way. He's a.
What's that Pedro Marquez guy I hate? Because if we haven't got a second club, all 4 of them need to be using every single connection, every single phone book that they've got, and start dialing. Just like the Wolf of Wall Street, just start dialing.
Guys, be nice in the chat, please. You know, if anyone on the panel you don't agree with, that's fine. You could just say I don't agree with so and so, and move on. We don't need any hate talk or anything like that. Okay. You know, let's be nice in the chat. Yeah.
I'm not even reading the chat, mate.
Let's be nice in chat. You know, if you don't agree with anyone on the panel or myself, just go Jay or whatever. You know, don't agree. Here's my reasons why, and move on. We just don't need any rudeness. Big up Don Ellis. He says, big up with Super Chat. It says, let's get real. We've not signed a player. The Champions League's bigger. This is brutal playing in our feel for slot. Yeah, I feel for slot as well. I'm with you, Donny. I'm with you. Big up Maddie in the chat. He says, so where's the 115 million we had for Casado? Well, half of it went on Gravenbach and Endo. I think a lot of people forget that. I think a lot of people forget that. Half of it went on Gravenbach and Endo.
Yep.
That's what happened with that. Yeah, that's unfortunately what happened with that. But I hear you. And Katie says, you guys seriously saying we don't need... Look, I'm not saying it.
Yes, we need players.
If some of the panel don't... like, I'm not going to tell people what they want and what they can't want. I'm not going to disagree and agree with it. We've all got our own matters here. I think we need a DM and I think we need a left back. You know, I've made that personal.
We need 3 players. I haven't said we don't need
no,
players.
You've not said you didn't.
I said Slot. I said Slot said he wanted to look at his team before he signed any players.
Slot's the one
That's what
who
he said.
it. Yeah, Slot said it. You know, Slot said it. It's just, yeah, it's not. Yeah, we don't. We need players. We need a DM. We need a DM and a left back at least, guys. We need a DM and a left back at least.
We do.
I think whoever that second choice is, like, I need like a Fabrizio Endo type of, like, when we were going in for Endo, like literally out of nowhere, and it was fairly quickly after the Caicedo Lavia saga. Just the Endo news just dropped out of nowhere. I need to see that, but for a player of quality.
Who's a flip-flop merchant? I've been saying for weeks now we need a DM and a left back.
Hey, Mike Johnson, João Gomez.
I've never stopped saying that.
I think we've all said 3
Yeah,
players.
I've been saying I've been saying like weeks now. If you only get 2 players in, make sure it's a DM and a left back. I mean,
it's always been a DM and a left back.
I've not changed my mind on that. I've not changed my mind on that.
Back up for Salah if possible. I want Kudus.
Yeah, you and Kamek's not stopped going on about he wants Kudos. Yeah, every stream he does, I want Kudos. My streamer, his own stream, he's like, I want Kudos. I want Kudos. You know,
I wanted Edison. I wanted Edison for so long.
Edison, you know, it's the DMK. It's the DMK Mac wanted was Edison. So we all want players, guys. We literally do.
Nkapie is the guy I want as well, by the way. Nkapie is the guy I want as well.
No one's sitting here. I don't know. No one's sitting here and saying we don't want players. We all want players. God, honestly, we all want players. I get everyone's frustrated and upset, and we're all having a shouting match and all having a go.
You know what it feels like.
Down eventually, it all.
You know what it feels like. It feels like the Lenny Yoro for Hume.
Yeah, I wasn't bothered.
Feels like the Lenny Yoro.
I'm more bothered about this because of how far we are in the transfer window. But yeah, look, we're all arguing and shouting.
I'm glad he didn't turn us down and go to someone else. By the way, if he'd gone to Arsenal, that would have been.
We're all arguing and shouting with each other, but we're all pals. Yeah. Everyone in the community and everyone in the chat are pals. We're all good. You know, I might shout at you guys might shout at me, and we'll have a little argument here and there, but we're all kiss and make up. It's all fine. We're just hyper. We're emotional. We're pissed off. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. We're emotional. We're pissed off. It's all good. Look, I think what most you guys in the chat, look, it's 239 people here. Firstly, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting the like button, especially that like button. And then thirdly, make sure you're subscribing to K-Mac and Luke Tanner's channels. If any of the mods in the chat can put Luke and K-Mac's channels in the chat, I would appreciate it.
Scottish Bay, piss take. Endo just signed a new 5-year extension. So.
Can you imagine? I think Endo's a bit old to sign a 5-year extension. But look, we're all frustrated and we all understand the frustration and we're all a bit, But look, I think everyone in the chat can get past the fact that Zubimendi said no and rejected us. I think we can get past that fact. I think the fact that we've read after that it looks like there's no other 6 coming in, I think that's where everyone's mostly pissed off tonight. I actually think that's most. Let me know in the chat. Am I right or am I not? Let me know in the chat. Is most of you actually more pissed off with the fact that it was worded after that we won't be buying an alternative? We'll wait to see if that happens. But I think that's what mostly everyone's pissed off about. I think that's how everyone like everyone's saying. Yeah,
I'm annoyed that it's taken 2 weeks.
Yeah,
for him to just say no. Like, we should have put the pressure on him early. Said, look, they're going to go or not? Because if you don't, just tell us now, and then we'll just fuck off.
Yeah, and
you should have said it like that as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
In Spanish.
I did see something
on
Twitter that was quite funny. That Hughes has been told to fuck off in English and in Spanish. So
he's probably getting some absolute hate now.
Yeah, he is probably on the plane on the way back to Liverpool. Gone.
I'm hoping he's in a car driving to Real Madrid to go and smash a massive offer in for Rodrigo.
No,
to just make us go. That's what
no
I'm hoping.
way.
I'd like him.
Rodrigo played DM. That's
or he's literally on a flight now to Porto to go and get Varela. Just go and get that one done.
Yeah,
go and get that one done. Second on the list.
It makes us
just go to Palace and go to Adam Walton. What do you want? There's the bank check.
He's played 16 games, mate.
The problem is, guys, this is the issue.
Mental. Honestly, you're mental.
This is the issue we got right now. This is the issue Liverpool got right now, guys. The world knows Zubimendi just turned Liverpool down.
Yeah.
Which means they've got at least over 50 million to spend on a player. That's one. And two, every club is now alerted that Liverpool will need an alternative to Zubimendi and DM. So how easy do you think it's going to be to buy a player with 2.5 weeks left of the transfer window? 3 weeks left of the transfer window.
Leave it to August.
Yeah,
release clause.
And then when a player turns you down publicly like this, and let's be honest, Liverpool have had their pants pulled down, and you're going, who's around? Every club whose player does not have a release clause, they're going, yeah, just bump up the price 15, 20 million. Let's see how desperate they really are.
Yeah, and that's got to be the issue. Unless you go to somewhere like Bruno Guimaraes ain't even got a release clause no more. That's gone. Do you know how much that's going to cost you?
Mate, you've read my mind. I was about to ask you that.
Has he still got a release clause? No, that's gone now. That's how much that going to cost you? The only one, and I've said this time and time again recently. If there is a DM, it's going to be João Gomez. Wolves are probably going to be in a relegation fight next season.
Good point.
João Gomez is there. He is there. And I think Liverpool could do a deal to get João Gomez. I'm not hearing this bollocks that for 3 weeks to go, Richard Hughes cannot do a deal with João Gomez for Wolves. We have got players that are surface to requirements that we can easily give them in return.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take João Gomez and you can have Stefan Setic on year for a loan.
Yeah.
Is that true? Get on the plane to Portugal.
And release clauses for English to English teams a lot easier.
And can I also tell you who else has got a release clause? Hoyland.
Who?
Hoyland
the Sporting.
He's got a release clause.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a lot of players with release clauses.
There's DMs about this is what I don't get, and this is
João Gomez hasn't though. João Gomez hasn't.
If João Gomez hasn't got a release clause, just go and buy him. You can't tell me
Richard with 2 Gomez's in the team.
You can't tell me Richard Hughes in 3 weeks can't go to Wolves and do a deal for João Gomez.
Easy.
You know, all this no time bollocks. We bought Endo in 24 hours. That's not.
Yeah, that's what we need to be. I do feel sorry for Slot because you know what questions he's going to get asked this week. You know,
the thing about it, mate. The thing about it is, he's just said it. Like he literally said it after the game. Like I need signings. Like, so it's already came out of his mouth now. So it's like, well, you're gonna have to do it. Varela's got 70 million euros release clause.
Yeah, but if they want to pay it,
I've
got to pay
got to shoot, guys. All right, though.
Yeah,
Great
no worries,
show, man.
man.
All right.
I'll see you later on, man.
I'll catch you later. Big up the
Catch
chat,
you
by
later,
the
man.
way. Just calm. 3 weeks left. Calm. See you later.
Calm.
See you later, man.
Calm. Just
It's just I get it's having no alternative lined up. I said this the other day. I said, right, if we're getting Zubimendi back, he says no. We surely got an alternative lined up.
yeah,
We
sure.
surely haven't put all our eggs in one basket again.
It's like we've not learned, but the thing
it's
is,
just like, and it's different people.
Changed.
It's just, what are we doing? I understand you want to get Zubimendi because he's a massive player and he's a massive option, and it like everyone sort of go, "Whoa, Liverpool just bought Zubimendi. He's rejected everyone." It's a massive deal. It's I get it. I understand it, but
gone for plan Bs in
you've
the
got to have a
past.
plan B, man. We're
They
meant to
usually
be a
end up a
well-run
better
club.
option.
We used to do it all the time. Like we always had plan Bs in our options. We wanted who is it? What I wanted for Salah?
Brandt.
We want Julian Brandt. Nah, we got Salah. We wanted Timo Werner. Nah, we got Jota 24 hours after. You know, we did all that bidding for Jota. We used to do it all the time. Well, what is going on? Get your plans in order. Joe Gomez is a very, very good player. He would suit Liverpool down to the ground. He plays for Wolves. You can't tell me that Liverpool and Richard Hughes, they've obviously got the money because they went for Martin Zubimendi, so the money's there. You can't tell me that they can't, you know, Joe Gomez is not going to probably cost more than 50 million.
And plus, Joshua Kimmich will not leave Bayern this summer either.
No, just can't get Joe Gomez. He's there. Just go and get him. He's a good player. He suits the way we're going to play.
Is he good on the ball, though? Is he good under pressure?
He is good on the ball. He's really good on the ball. He's a good player, man. He just plays for Wolves, so it's not highlighted so much.
But they've just sold Neto to...
Fuck them. Pay the money, man. Just go. You've got 3 weeks. I'm not hearing this bullshit, and I'm with everyone in the chat, right? I'm not this FSG out guy. I don't like
19 days,
we have got plenty of time to buy a player. So I'm with everyone in the chat. I'm pissed off. Not getting Zubimendi, okay. You got played. It is what it is. Go and have a shot of whiskey and get over it, right? You got robbed. You should be doing time, right? That's how bad it was. Go and just get the alternative. You can't tell me there ain't a player in the Premier League or in Europe anywhere that's a good price, that's a DM that could come in and do the job Slot wants. There's quite a lot out there. You've obviously got the money. Go and do the bits. Go and do the bits. Frankie de Jong's sitting there for 60 mil.
I think the only transfer thing we'll get, obviously, there'll be more fallout on Zubimendi and stuff like that. The thing is, I think we'll sign the keeper from Valencia. Great bit of business.
Yeah.
But can he play fucking DM? Of course he can't.
It's good business, but we need that DM as well. Fofana, he's not left yet. I believe Fofana's not left Monaco yet, and he's still there. Right? Fofana. Monaco are trying to give him away. You can almost get Fofana in a Happy Meal. That's how easy it is to get Fofana. You can literally get him in a Happy Meal. The Monaco are trying to give him away. Just go to Monaco and go, look, I've got 19 days. You fancy a little trip to Monaco, Michael? Yeah, why not, Richard? Let's go. Right, while we're there, yeah, let's just knock on the door and see if he's about. Yeah, 35 million. Here you go. I just brought the money with me. There you go, 35 mil. Just do it.
That Paul Joyce article about who they could see in the DM role, in the 6th role, they mentioned fucking Trent.
Who said that?
Paul Joyce. It's like the options in the 6.
Yeah, right. I've got. No, you can't be playing Trent in the 6. I thought, right, what are we doing here? Big up Gangan D. He says there's a crucial issue ingrained in Liverpool and how many players have not signed due to monetary issues. Player not being convinced even before FSG's Liverpool way hasn't been successful in 30 plus years. I hear that. I hear what you're saying, Gangan D. But Liverpool have had some world-class talent in the last 30 years. So we do get quality players in. I mean, we had a midfield once of Gerrard, Mascherano, and Xabi Alonso. I mean, we can obviously get players in. Fernando Torres, we can get players in. It's just the fact that we don't move quick enough.
Yeah, we don't move as quick as we did anymore. That's what I've noticed. Like, we don't.
Guys, I was just using like Fofana as I don't want Fofana because of his injuries and that before. But I was just using Fofana as there's players out there that you can assess and go and get.
But I know one thing for certain: ain't gonna be Endo, ain't gonna be Bajcetic,
Yes,
ain't gonna be Tyler Morton. Because
Slot
one's
don't
getting
want 'em.
sold,
Slot don't
one's
want 'em.
getting sold, one's going out on loan, and one's getting sold. And if they're not getting sold, they're not playing.
Slot don't want him. Slot don't want them. He's made it perfectly clear he doesn't really want to use them. So we like. I feel for Slot because Slot must be there going. Slot must
DM. Fuck it.
Yeah, Slot must be sitting there now going, "What the like? Jesus Christ! Like, I need a DM. I need this midfield. I'm missing a player. If we only get a DM this summer, I won't be totally happy. But at least we got the player we fucking need." Knowing Liverpool, and I've always said this about Liverpool, and I think it'll be the same now. I wouldn't be shocked if Liverpool bought Anthony Gordon and not a DM. Would that shock anyone?
Don't.
Luke, would it shock you? Would it shock you?
Of course it
No, because it's the Liverpool way. It's what we do. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me.
I just don't know. Like, it's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It would shock anyone.
When we did that stream earlier, and I was like, I'm calm. No patience. I'm calm. August will do business. I will be quick. And I got cooked by a certain someone. And you know what? Maybe he was right. Maybe I was wrong. Right? Because trust me, I'm not so calm no more. I am extremely worried that we'll sign one player and he ain't playing for 2 years. That's been my big issue. That is my biggest fear. We'll sign the keeper and that'll be it. And then we'll get rid of Doak, Beck, McConnell, any of the youngsters under Klopp that aren't gonna progress. They'll be out the door.
Yeah.
And he'll get rid of all the DMs so that I can actually play DM available. And then there's like the double pivot will be Gravenberch, McAllister.
I mean, I like Gravenberch. I do like Gravenberch in there. He looks like that's where he should play.
Yeah, look good from what I saw.
He needs to play with a DM, not McAllister. You need to free up McAllister. I think this is personally what I think Slot was thinking. I literally think Slot was thinking, right, we're going to get Zubimendi in, and he was going to play Zubimendi, Gravenberch, and McAllister. That was going to be his midfield.
Saucy.
He was going to play Gravenberch and Zubimendi as a double pivot. What the fuck was that?
You know what? Do you know what, Scotty?
Massive wasp in my room.
They are probably sorting out a Henderson contract right now.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? I'm not even laughing. I'm not. What the fuck is that in my room?
I'm just trying to see if there's any.
Right, I've just had a dinosaur fly in my room. What the hell is that?
Saeed's trolling. He's saying Conor Gallagher, Liverpool hijacked that. Oh, no way. Because apparently Conor Gallagher has to get on a plane back to Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Something happened, didn't it? John, you know I love you, man, but it's got nothing to do with FSG. It's all we do with Richard Hughes. So if you want to blame anyone,
blame
Richard Hughes.
Blame Richard Hughes. About Real Madrid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Blame Richard Hughes, John. Blame Richard Hughes.
Maddie, you said you'll be watching Wrexham. Hey, Wrexham played some saucy stuff on the weekend.
I don't know where that thing's gone, man.
They played some saucy stuff. Second half, they were shit, though.
Guys, I ain't gonna lie. I've got a fucking dinosaur flying around in my room. I don't know what this shit is. Like a new species. What the absolute fuck is it? I'm gonna have to spray it with aftershave. Man, guys, it's not FSG, guys. It's not actually FSG's fault this transfer fucked up. It was Richard Hughes. He waited too long to pay the fucking deal. It's Richard Hughes' fault. The money was there. Richard Hughes wanted to pay the deal in a different kind of way. Blame him. It's his fault. You know? So if you do anything, oh my fucking God, what the fuck is that? What the fuck it fucking die! Die, you cunt! Die! Die! Da Vinci in your face, you shit. There you go, fucking hell. What the fuck?
That's the only bit of laughter about.
Oh man. Oh man. What the absolute what the fuck was that? What the motherfucking stand guy. Sorry,
this
guys.
is quality entertainment, you know. This is quality entertainment.
Die! It's not dead. This thing's outlasting the war. What the fuck?
So go to Zubimendi.
Oh, sorry, I had to use my Liverpool book. But don't come back. You know. Oh my God. That's the hardest back of a creature I've ever seen in my life.
Do you only think Liverpool getting gonorrhea?
Sorry,
Lol.
guys.
Hey, Liverpool, you must win on Saturday, please. To God, man.
Where is it? I don't even know where it's fucking got. I don't want to touch anything up there. Yeah, I would be. I don't like insects. Give me anything but an insect and I'm all right. You know, if a tiger was in my room, I'd probably be a lot calmer. Give me an insect.
That Richard Hughes flying around your house.
It's a mole. Is that what it is? Oh, fuck me. It was weird, man. It was like a fucking weird thing. The aftershave didn't even kill it. It didn't even drain it. It just made it smell good. It's now going on the pool. That's all that's doing. It's going clubbing. Oh, my little my Liverpool book about little people. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's really good. It didn't even kill it. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. Whew. Oh dear. Right. Back to normal programming.
That's a normal. Hey, you know what? That's quite.
It might not get better on this, so guys. Don't go like it might get better on this. Oh dear. I didn't even spray. I sprayed it with good stuff. I just picked up the Da Vinci and just sprayed it. I don't spray my Tom Ford at it, that's for sure. Oh my God. I picked up some all right aftershave as well. Whatever that is now, it smells good. That smells good.
You know what, Jamie? I hope your sources are sourcing, telling you that we've got something.
I don't think we're going to buy anyone. I'm going to say it right now. And I've told everyone, I'd be pissed off if we don't buy anyone. And I'll be blaming the people that are in charge to do that. And that's Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. They're in charge to buy players.
Jamie, you can't tell me. So we're not even going to get the Georgian keeper. Oh,
if they don't buy anyone, they're the two that are going to get the blame. I ain't blaming anyone else. I'm blaming them two. They're brought into the club to do that. So if they don't buy anyone, it's on them. It's on no one else. I don't even know.
How long do you give Richard Hughes before he needs to get sacked?
Well, he might only have this season.
Yeah.
Might only need this season, man. He might only need this season. Yeah.
Hey, we should have just got the sporting director from West Ham.
The club. Look, I can blame the club. No, I can blame Michael Hughes. Michael Hughes. Who's that guy? Who's the new Michael Hughes guy?
He's probably better than them both.
Who's this new guy? I can blame Michael Edwards because Michael Edwards employed Richard Hughes. He's the one who brought him in.
Yeah.
So blame Michael Edwards, guys. He's the one to fucking blame.
Hey, Paul Joyce smokescreen. Please. I beg.
It don't matter who puts him in charge, John. They got to do their job still, my friend. If they're not doing their job, then the owners need to tell them, buckle up and do your fucking job.
Hey, Edwards wanted this job. Turn out every other club because he wanted this very, very job.
We all got people we work for, but if I don't do my job properly, it's not my boss's fault, is it? It's me not doing my job properly. You know
But the thing is, we could be sat here at the end of the window. We've signed 4 players, and everyone's going to go, look, they've pulled the rabbit out of the hat. But that confidence that I had when we did that stream, yeah, I don't have that confidence anymore. Just don't.
I'm with you. John says, who's to blame for last season? I blame Billy Hogan last season. I blame Billy Hogan many times.
Hogan went above orders.
Billy Hogan went above orders. It's been recorded. Billy Hogan spoke about it. He went above orders and made the phone call to Chelsea himself. So I blame Billy Hogan. I mean, I don't shy away from blaming people when they need to be blamed, guys. I've said this all the time. If people need to be blamed, I'm blaming them. And right now, the blame is on Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes' door. Simple as that. The Casado deal last year, it was on Billy Hogan's door. I blame people where it's meant to be blamed. John, if you fuck up, is your mum to blame?
Fucking
hell. No, I'm just asking a question. If you fuck up in life, is your mum to blame? Or you a grown man who makes his own decisions in life? I'm just asking a question. You know, it's the same with everyone in life, guys. You have a job. Your job is to then go and do a thing. And what the owners should do is they should reprimand them and go, what the fuck's going on? By the fucking players. Don't fuck around. But, John, you know I don't mean it. Edwards needs to prove himself as the head of footballing operations for Liverpool like he did as the SD. This is why I don't get excited until stuff happens. Yeah, big up, Gang and Deep. That's what I'm trying to say as well. Michael Edwards is in charge of head of football operations at our football club. That's Richard Hughes' boss. They're the guys I'm looking at. I'm blaming them. I'm not actually blaming the owners right now. Yeah, John, you know I'm only joking anyway. Just making a thing. I'm not saying FSG ain't a problem either. Anyone who thinks I'm not saying FSG is not a problem, you're obviously not hearing what I'm saying. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes had the money.
There's money to spend. Like, let's not.
They had the money and they fucked up the deal. I can't blame John W. Henry for Richard Hughes fucking up the deal. That'd just be. Why would I blame him?
And by the sounds of it, we could have chucked as much money in the contract as he wanted to Zubimendi.
Yeah.
It looks like he would have never pulled the trigger to get him out, to get himself out. So we could have chucked $500,000 a week, and he probably still wouldn't have joined. And the 2 things that annoyed me the most is that, one, we waited 2 weeks for him to say no, and there's no rumor of a replacement.
Yeah, that's on the sporting director. That is literally his job. His job is to buy players. And at the moment, he couldn't buy a Happy Meal. I don't get what he's doing. I really don't get what is going on. If we were talking to him 2 weeks ago, Richard Hughes should have just done the job. Should have just done the job and bought him before he could change his mind. So I'm blaming Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. They're in charge of buying players. The money's obviously there. Go and buy someone. I don't want to hear this shit from them that we can't get an alternative in 3 weeks. I don't want to hear that bollocks. as I said, you know you got 50 million in the football club to buy a Zubimendi. Go and get a DM around 50 and 60 million. There's plenty out there that can play good with the ball with their feet. Go and get one. Go and get one. You know, just go and get them out. Go and help them out. Why are you doing this to Slot? You bring Slot to the football club. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes are part of the thing that helped Slot bed in. Michael Edwards brought Slot to the club. Michael Edwards brought Richard Hughes to the football club. As far as I'm concerned, if this all fucks up, there's one man to blame. Michael Edwards.
It's Michael Edwards. And I was happy when he got reappointed because I thought business would be running slick and smooth. But it's been anything but.
Yeah. It's incompetence, man.
Colin, completely agree. It's incompetence of the highest order. Unless Michael Edwards forgot to download the new software onto the laptops. Because, fuck me, they're operating in a different, like 20 years too late or something.
Yeah, and if I'm FSG right now, if I'm John W. Henry, I'm getting on the phone to Michael Edwards tonight and going, "What the fuck?"
No, I know. If I'm Billy Hogan, is it Billy Hogan still top of the?
No, Michael Edwards is in charge. He runs footballing operations.
Like above Michael Edwards.
Yeah, he's CEO. Yeah.
Hey, if I'm Billy Hogan, I'm getting on the phone to Edwards, Hughes,
and what the fuck?
Pedro Marquez, Julian Ward. Going, we might not have a second club yet, but boys, like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Sort your shit out.
Sort your shit out, or else I'll be swinging. Swinging some axes here around. Some of you might be needing to find a new job.
Go and do your job, man. Go and get your job. Look, they're employed to buy players, guys. That's their job. They're employed to go and buy players and sort out contracts. Go and do your job. I don't want to hear, if I'm John Hunter W. Henry tonight, I'm fuming at the fact that I'm hearing my sporting director can't find an alternative in 3 weeks. What kind of absolute bullshit is that? It's bullshit. Massive bullshit. Oh, with everyone in the chat, everyone agreeing in the chat, this 3 weeks that we can't find another DM shit is bullshit. There's plenty out there. We've obviously got the money. Go and fucking buy one. It's your job. You're employed to be a sporting director. Sporting direct. Not hard. Just go and do it. I mean, if you want me to give me the job, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll line up 4 people. I'll have a talk with the committee. Right, what one we go choose? We need one in 3 weeks because otherwise we're going to look like
Rabiot better not be the option. I swear Rabiot rejected us anyway for Manchester United. But please.
Yeah, it will be FSG's fault if they keep. Look, I'm with you, everyone, on this. If FSG keep Michael Edwards around and this shit carries on, then it's the owner's fault because they're incompetent because they're not getting rid of the problem.
I totally agree.
I totally agree.
If we get to next summer and Virgil, Salah, Trent, they've all fucked off. Alisson's like, yeah, fuck me off the Saudi because I ain't thinking of this shit. And then we don't replace anyone at all. Then I'll be like, yeah, Michael Edwards, yeah, piss off.
Yeah, he's got to have conversations. He does, and I'm with everyone on this. I'm angry as well, guys.
Paul, I don't want Frankie de Jong. I do not want Frankie de Jong.
Yeah, you thought fucking buying Zubimendi was hard. Yeah, fucking hell. You're gonna have to work out what 6. We're gonna have to work out a contract for him. Jesus.
Who's Wrexham's number 6? Fucking hell. George Dobson.
There you go. Big up George Dobson. And like John said in the chat, we need more in the number 6. And I agree, John. I've said I want, like this summer, as it's the first summer, get a left back, a DM, and maybe a forward. Like 3 players, and I'm cool with that. I've always said that since the start of the window. We need players. We can't sit here and pretend we got a perfect squad because we haven't. We need players, man. Don't. I know Arsenal have only bought 1 player and City have only bought 1 player and Liverpool bought with none. But got to get your finger out your ass, and there's no excuse. You've got 18 days. Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards, find a DM in 18 days and don't give me this bullshit that there's no one that could fit the role in our team. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Ederson's there. Ederson is literally at Atlanta with his legs up right now, waiting for a phone call. He's literally just
Atlanta
waiting.
wanted Tyler Morton. You told me he's
Yeah, Atlanta want Tyler Morton. Just do the deal, Richard Hughes. This is your job. Tyler Morton is linked to Atlanta. We need a DM. Ederson is there. Get on the fucking phone. Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, we're leaving this now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I just saw something I'd never want to see ever again.
I didn't show you a dick pic.
No. I have to tell you afterwards. It's fucking horrible.
Right, he's going to tell me afterwards. Guys, this video is going to end now, and it's going to send you all the way to Monty's channel, and me, Monts, and Cal will go carry on this discussion. So everyone,
Jesus Christ.
get yourself over to Monty's channel. I'm going to meet you all over there, okay? We're going now. Don't go anywhere. You got to be redirected Monty's channel. Let's go.